Program Support Center is part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. We have a staff of about 3,000 folks, 600 are federal employees, and about 2,400 are contractors. We cover 5 major service lines: finance, procurement, real estate, occupational health, and administrative operations. And some of the key activities within those that have the most breadth are our health services. As part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the rest of the federal government really looks to us as experts in helping their employees remain healthy. So we've got reach across the federal government in every cabinet level agency and many of the smaller agencies as well. Another area that we've got a lot of breadth is our transit benefit solution. We've got a really robust, customer-friendly way of delivering transit benefits, and that gains new customers every year. Yeah, it really is a complex system, and the way that we combat that is try to keep it simple. We apply the same types of management strategies no matter whether it's a health clinic, a real estate project, travel. There are some key elements in shared services that apply no matter what the subject matter is. One of those is the key performance indicators. Every one of our services has a defined service level that we work out with our customers, and then we measure that so we know whether we're meeting their needs or not. Other ways that we keep things simple is we have generated this group of service directors who are what we call the business owners of our activities, and we rotate them around every 2 years, and they bring a variety of skills to whatever service they offer, whether it's health clinics or real estate or travel. They're really good at managing people, creating budgets, delivering good service no matter what the underlying service is. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year of being an entity, and I guess one of the main things that I've learned in my time at PSC is that you really have to develop a plan and make sure your staff understands what it is. There's a line in Alice in Wonderland that says, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. So you really have to know where you're going in order to direct your people and make sure they know. And the PSC wants to be the best shared service provider in the federal government, and we make sure our people understand that every single day, and that's what they're striving for. There's a couple things I would mention. The first one is to be sure and identify which activities should come into the center and at what level and depth. A lot of groups come in and throw out all these great ideas, but they don't check in with the customers on what they want. And making sure that you've defined that up front and gotten all the stakeholders in line is key. The other thing I would mention is something I learned from the Shared Services Director at NASA, and that is that you've got to measure the performance before you take the activities into shared services, because invariably customers look back with wistful thoughts about how great things were in the past, and if you haven't measured it to show them that you've improved, there's no way of proving that you've gotten better. I think there are 3 things that are really important about events like this. The first one is getting out of the day-to-day and thinking strategically. I think a lot of us are so excited about serving our customers that we're focused on that minute to minute, and you really have to take a step back and do some strategic thinking. So this is a great opportunity for that. A second thing is something that I advocated in one of my talks, which is you should always try to reach out and find people who do the same work that you do so you can learn from them. I've been speaking at conferences like this for probably 6 or 7 years, and I'd say 90% of the ideas that I have are ones that I've borrowed from other people, and it's really behooves you to learn. This is a great community. People are really, really open and really friendly in terms of sharing their knowledge, so come out and absorb that. Just being able to follow up with folks later. I've made a lot of contacts in events like this. I mentioned the director of the NASA Shared Services Center. That's the kind of person that you can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I've got a problem, have you dealt with this before? And they can help you. So I think that's 3 really good reasons.